Hello, everybody, and welcome to Valiant Victories with Benny Decker. Yeah, so here's another review. Oh, sorry. An itch. The review is for Armorclads number 5. Bring it home. Here we go. So yes, before we get into all that, let's see. Let's do the credits here, just so we don't forget that. So writer J.J. O'Connor and Brian Buccellato. And this is with Ryan Caddy for the epilogue. Spoiler alert, there's an epilogue. We'll get to that later. Penciler Miguel Sepulveda. Inker Raul Fernandez. Colors Ty Fi. Letter Dave Sharp. And some other folks too. But here we go. Yeah, so there's the stuff. It did indeed hit the fan. So there we go. But before we get into that, let's see if I can recall what was going on. So our dear darling Paris was taken away from the group, and Layla and a crew of Ironclads were going to try to rescue her from him from the Citadel. So they ventured out. They came across other outposts and gathered up some troops there, freed them, and made it to the Citadel. So Elfens, there we go. I don't think I actually called them by their names. There we go. They were the ones that took Paris. And then there's these legionnaires that were attacking the Citadel. So as they're fighting, then Layla's like, "Oh, here we go. We'll sneak in." And so she takes a little group, and they kind of sneak in, get past all. Yeah, there you go. Get past all the action there, and they're trying to find Paris. And there's a big mothership with a tether that's sending reinforcements in, and the tether breaks. So there we go. I think that's where we left off. So we're going to get right into Armorclads number 5. Here we go. But I was looking back at the covers. Like, they're very, a lot of the same colors. I just have 4 right there, but a lot of the same colors. But good action. It does sum up, a lot of what was going on in there. So there we go. All right, so it's going back just a smidge there, showing the Citadel moments ago. So that's where we're saying, the tether was there, and and then it's coming down. And they got the Legionnaires there doing their thing. And, they got some of those alien guys there. So there's lots of action, as you'd come to expect from an Armorclads book. Here we go. So they're in the governor's lab, it says, and Paris is trying to figure out how he can use the big old gun thing to get out. And then, there we go. Layla and the strike team shows up. Here we go. And I guess since I'm thinking of it now, I know in the last issue I was like, I don't know about did they fit in there? Are their toes where the toes are? I don't know. It seems like from the art here, next to Paris, who is probably, logistically, I believe he was taller than Layla would have been. And you can see Paris here hugging Layla. So being in the ironclad suits there, that must kind of bump them up a little bit. So I think that, before I was saying about, their heads are too bad, this, I had a couple of nitpicky art complaints in the last one. I think based on the art here and proportions, I think it makes a lot more sense to me now. So as per usual, I think that was my problem, not necessarily a problem with the book. But here we go, and they're discussing things here. Paris is saying, we got to make sure we bring that with us. There we go. Oh, no, my goodness. I always get distracted. I'm reading the story, and they go, anytime you show me Archer and Armstrong, I'm going to get more excited. But, I love Archer and Armstrong. That's a different story. Literally. Anyway, here we go. So we're back to the action. There's the governor there. Things are blowing up. He's getting swarmed. Lots of action. There's the ship. The ship is coming down. And there it does come down. And, there's the strike team there. Yeah, so they're getting out. They're bringing the big old gun thing with them. And, they're taking out some of those aliens there. And Paris is trying to get the gun going, and he does get the gun going. Ooh, and the governor, he's very excited about that. There we go. Oh, they're taking him on. Yeah, so then all the Ironclads, they were waiting outside with nothing to do. They got something to do now. So they're all helping join in the battle there. It looked like the governor and Paris were getting along there until, oh, no! I thought it was weird that he was saying no, but he's like, no! I would think he'd go, no! But I go, no! Maybe he's working on his ventriloquist skills. But anyway, there we go. So there's the stuff going on there. He's using the big old gun thing. And I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, Book of Shadows! We'll take a brief moment to talk about Book of Shadows. Yeah, Book of Shadows next week. Are you excited? July 27th. Yes, make sure you get out and get your Book of Shadows. Oh my goodness, I got it. Ooh, it's the little angel on my shoulder here. I didn't read it. I haven't read this because I don't want to get spoiled. I don't want to be talking and be like, oh yeah, and then this giant thing happens, and then just let it out. So I'm waiting just like everybody else. I wanted to wait, so we'll see. But maybe I'll shut this video off and go, I'm gonna read it. I can't help it. But there we go. So Book of Shadows, yes. So get your Book of Shadows next week. Ooh, I can't wait. All right, back to Armorclads. Here we go. So. Yeah, so he shoots the gun up in there. There we go, and it splits the ship there in half. And there we go. That's a good panel there too. I like that. Oh, so the governor, he's not doing so hot. And there he is there. And they were talking about that there. Liberating. Oh, this was, yeah, so they were talking about oh, Paris, now that we got you back, you can lead us. And Paris is saying, well, I don't know. Do we need a leader? But if we're going to, Layla was the one that, she was the one that led you here, so why don't we follow her? All right, well, then let's go. There we go. So yeah. So that's that wraps up the whole story there. We'll take, before we talk about the epilogue, we'll talk about just that part of the story. So what did I think about just that part of the story? Yeah, it was really quick. Ooh, quick. I actually went back through and I was counting pages. I was like, did I miss something? It just seemed like it went by really fast. But not complaining. It was a lot of action. The art was really good. I didn't have any nitpicky things about the art. Again, with the characters, for me, it's really hard to tell everybody apart, and I would want more characterization. I think what might have helped, at least somebody like me, is maybe at the beginning of the issue, if there was a roll call page and it had a little picture, and so Paris, he's the de facto leader, at least for now, of the Ironclads, and Layla, she and it goes over their number, maybe their name, their number, and then a little line about each one of them. Pulo does this and Jack does this, and so that might have helped me. Because I guess I really need it hammered in about who everybody is, a little something about them, just to have it in my brain. So again, not heavy on characterization, but that's what it was. But it was lots of action. It really, it flew by, not in a bad way. I didn't feel wait a minute, I didn't get my money's worth. No, it was a good story. It was, it was if you're watching a big action, sci-fi action summer blockbuster movie, and you get to the third act with the sky beam and all that jazz. But no, it was good. So it's not my very favorite thing. Archer and Armstrong, I love it. I love the character stuff. You hear me say that all the time. So is it my favorite? No. But would I still call it a victory, especially it's a brand new series. And I had a lot of action. I liked the art. I liked that it really went from issue 1 to issue 5. A lot happened. Now that when you think back on it, a lot really did happen. So I did like it. Not my favorite, but definitely would recommend. And now with the epilogue. So now that we're getting the epilogue, it's pretty good, pretty good. But, ooh, the epilogue clinches it. So here we go. So they got the epilogue there. It's showing about the screams and death and all this and stuff. But then, let me see if you can see it. The world voice. Here we go. The entire planet crying out in need, it says. And here's the main event. Look, it's Tama the Geomancer. Yes, the guardian of Earth. So, currently 23 meters east of the Grand Canyon. So, Tama is able to hear Zeru. There we go. I remember the name of the other one. She could hear about Zeru, and so I will answer, Armorclads will return. So that's that. I'm very excited about the fact that, first of all, that our Armorclads are going to return. It wasn't a Psylord case where it's like, oh, here's the Psylords, and then we'll just put them over there. I'd like, this might get some downvotes. I'd like to see the Psylords come back. Like, I think I have a video idea about ways that we could bring back some of these things that people might not have enjoyed too much the first time around, but that's a different video. But I am excited that at least it says that they are going to return, and we did get a definite link to continuity. We know it's not just, oh yeah, they're out there somewhere else. Who knows? Like, we know Tama hears them. We don't know exactly when they're going to show up or where they're going to show up, but the Armorclads are going to somehow be related to the bigger Valiant universe. So, I was kind of, whatever. But now that I know that, definite 100% Valiant victory. I'm glad that you tied it in there. Oh my goodness, that was good. So yes, very excited to see how the Armorclads fit into the bigger universe, where that will happen, when that will happen. Ooh, I can't wait. So there we go. So yes, I did overall thoughts on Armorclads. I would have liked more character, but for what it was, which was like this big action explosion, alien fight and saving all this, it ticks all those boxes. So it can't be everything, it's not a romance novel, it's not a this or that. It was an action book, and it gave you action, and that was it, and it tied into continuity. So very good. Very good, very good. What did you think of Armorclads? I'd love to know. Let me know at valiantvictories@gmail.com, valiantvictory on Twitter. And make sure next week, join me here next week for Book of Shadows #1 out July 27th. Get your copy. Oh, I can't wait. So there we go. There we go. I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.